welcome to episode 17 of a Pickled adventure. I've had a nap, so I'm feeling kind of good right now. So yes, here we are. It's been a little while since I last recorded, if I'm brutally honest. And some exciting things have happened. Well, one exciting thing. And that is, I finally updated to 1.18.1! Yes! Finally! It's actually taken me a little while. Because I had some data packs in there and I had to remove them all, and I had lots of problems trying to make sure that I got rid of everything, which is why some of the things around here, you may notice my door in the background has changed, and a few other bits and bobs, but 1.18 stuff, hell yes, and that does actually mean that we can dig down. Yes, I need to do the mine. We need to dig down, like all the way down, because there's like I think it's minus 64 now that we can dig down. So the mine needs digging down, definitely. And yes, as I mentioned before, things have slightly changed. I actually quite like the acacia trapdoors on my cage. It does actually look like a cage, so that's cool. So this episode is going to be very much a buildy episode. There's lots of things I want to do around this place, and wow, one random bamboo shoot just went rocketing into space. That's cool. The first thing I really want to do is actually talk about this area. So we called this area the TRB, the Temporary Resource Base. Well, it's not really that temporary anymore. I have come up with a much better name, much nicer name, a little bit of backstory as well. And so this area here, so all the crop area, all the animals, all the way, as it goes all the way to the far back there, I've actually called DILLSTONE Farm. DILLSTONE Farm, and I really love it. So the little bit backstory is that a little family called the DILLSTONES came over here, settled down, discovered the mine, the silverfish mine, so the custom mine that we've dug down and I've been using to gather resources and stuff. And you know, they lived happily. They mined a little bit, and then they started to expand, become self-sufficient, added crop farms, added animal farms, and then over time people started to move into the little village that's over the mountain, and they named the village of DILLSTONE after the family. And the family kind of stopped mining, so this mine then became sort of, I guess, a backup mine, and DILLSTONE became the actual proper mine, so that's the mine shafty mine. And yeah, DILLSTONE Farm provided the crops and the food and the supplies for the miners in DILLSTONE, in the village, which I will eventually build. Eventually. It will happen. But anyway, I have added also a few things around this place. You'll notice that the bamboo's gone in. And yep, we've recorded that. That you probably saw in the intro. We've also done the cactus farm. I haven't checked this lately. Oh, it's not doing too badly. Got lots of spare storage down in here. It's just a little hole. And we also have the cocoa pods. The cocoa beans. Cocoa pods, cocoa beans. Same difference. Ooh. And what's the other last final thing that I'd forgotten? You know, my mind's just gone completely blank. Oh yeah, I'm such a derp. Oh, and I've picked up some eggs. You guys can have those back, thank you. I've been breeding the piggies. So we made this path through here, and we come up here, up the mountain, which is really kind of cool. You can see the cows. There's a lot of cows. I need to breed them. But we come up here, more crops. We have a lovely new crop field. I really like it up here. But this is basically for the animals. So we've got wheat, and we'll get seeds from this, and the carrots for the little piggies. I needed a little bit more, a few more crops, and yeah, this was a nice spot to stick them, just above the animals, where they need to be. I do need to figure out where I want to put my barrel that I put all my food in to feed these guys. And there's a few other little things like yeah. just random mud blocks where I've been growing trees. I've added a few more lights as well, so this area is developing quite nicely. But yes, we're going to be building. Whoa! Building. So what are we building exactly? Well, we're going to have to come over here towards the tree farm if I can follow my path while doing this. Wow, multitasking. Woohoo! So yeah, we're going to be building over here. Notice there is a hole. I don't know if I've showed this on camera, but I kept hearing zombies down here. And I explored a little bit. I came down here, came around the corner and found, oh, spawner. I can't remember if I've shown that or not, but yeah, another little cave system that I can gather resources in or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with that zombie farm just yet. Not entirely sure, but anyway, right up here where this path is, we're going to build something, and yeah, we're going to be busy. Yes, busy building. Okay, roll that time lapse. I need a good bee joke. Here it is! The bee shack, the bee shed, the bee box. I don't know what it's called yet. But yes, we have a little structure here, and inside it's going to have bees eventually. So yes, we got campfires down here to make sure they don't sting me when I try to gather all their lovely resources, their lovely sticky honey. And their honeycombs, and the chains are to stop them from getting killed by said campfires. In a creative world, they kept dying, which I really don't want. I don't want my bees to die. That's really bad. So yeah, they've got this little shed. I find it's nicer to have them in a shed rather than have them free roaming, because they tend to like fly off, and then you're like, oh, have I lost a bee? It's just gone out that way, just flown away, abandoned me. So yeah, I like to keep them enclosed. And originally the design I had for this was actually made of glass, and I didn't like it because this area is rustic. I like the rustic style. At the moment, I'm really loving it. So yeah, it's rustic. It's a wooden shack thing. Anyway, we have a bee nest. Eventually, I want them to be bee hives. I think it's bee hives, the other one. And when I picked this bee hive up, I got the enchantment for carrying 3 bees in a bee nest. So hopefully we are lucky. I only left one of these campfires because I only have one at the moment. So let's see if we get some bees, shall we? And a donk. Hello? Knock, knock. Well, there's honey. That's good. Oh! 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 Yes! Bee! Hello, bee. How you doing? Ah! We have bees. I have a bee. Not sure if there's any more in there. I hope there is. But yes, we have a bee, and I don't have anything to harvest it with. Please bear with. Okay, I have shears. I have shears. Oh, and I left my door open. That's so bad. Right. Yay! Honeycomb! Hopefully that will encourage the bees to come out, because now they're like, oh, we're empty on honey. Can we get busy? Beesy. Oh yeah. I'm really hoping there's 3 bees in here. I might stand here for a while and just make sure that I have a full nest, because I want to breed them. I think I have some spare flowers. They should have plenty in here. Had some trouble getting the sunflowers to sit and to face forward. Unfortunately, this was the only one. Hi. You gonna come out? And play? No? Ugh. Looks like I'm here for a little bit. I'll be back. Well, that was a little unsuccessful. Unfortunately, it does appear that I only have 1 bee in my little nest. And I did go wandering and I did find another one, but unfortunately no one is home in this one either. So we've only got 1 bee by the looks of it, which is a little disappointing, but it does mean that I'll have to go adventuring and wandering around at some point. Maybe into new territories, as we're in 1.18. That might be a good idea. And see if I can find some more bees, breed them up, and fill this shed full of busy little bees. But this little project is now done, majoritively. There is some decorations I want to put outside, but I need some bee goodies to be able to do that first. So the next project, now that this one is done, is we're going to continue this path all the way down to a structure over here. And yeah, it's going to be for one of my favourite blocks, another one of my favourite blocks, and one of my favourite woods. So yeah, let's get a building. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye! Okay, it's done. It's done. It's done. It is done. You're probably wondering what this is, and well, it's basically a pot. Only it's it's got a tree in it. It looks like a sapling and a plant pot, which is kind of what I was looking for. But basically, this generates podzol, and also copious amounts of spruce wood, because I love spruce wood. I love spruce trees. And yeah, this is effectively the the podzol pot. Yep. So once I get Silk Touch on a shovel, I can shovel all this up and repopulate it with dirt, and go again and build another tree and chop it down, and you know the drill. So yeah, this is the podzol pot. Not really much else to say. We got a little bit of storage. Put some saplings in there. I can also use this for jungle trees because for some reason jungle trees don't seem to like growing in my farm. They don't grow. One grows and then none of the others do, which is weird. I think maybe they don't like growing so close to each other. But that's fine. That's okay. We can use the podzol pot to grow our jungle trees and our spruce trees. I don't think I'm going to need that much jungle wood at this point. So that'll be fine. And yeah, that's another part of this little area all wrapped up and treeified. But yes, so I've also been working on some pathing, as you'll notice. We've extended it down to the podzol pot, and we've gone further down here, further down. Now the next build is going to be right over here, and this build is going to be very important for our villagers and our villager trading area. So yeah, I want to get this little build up and running ASAP, and that will be our next job. But just quickly, I've extended the path out this way. I've also extended it up that way. I actually did that bit wrong, but I've left it. It doesn't matter. And then this bit's going to go out to this little island over here, a build I'm very much looking forward to. I cannot wait to get that up and running. And yeah, and then the path also extends up around our little bee shed. It comes up here, and along this path, these two paths go round a tree, and it will come back down here, and it will go back out over that way. I've got plans to build in the area behind me as well, and also up this little hill here. So we're making it a proper little area, well established, much cared for, much loved, but maybe a little bit left, a little bit neglected. You know, nature's sort of taking its course. It is actually time to sleep, so I'm going to leave it here, and I'll show you the next build. So hope you enjoy that one too. See you soon. So before I show you our build, which is over in that direction, I thought I'd give you a little update on the bee situation. And I'm very happy to report that we have a nice bee barn. That's the name I've decided to call it, the bee barn. We do have quite a few more bees in here now. I managed to go out and find some more hives, or actually these are nests. And I've been breeding them up a little bit. I think there's one bee in here that doesn't have a home, so they kind of swap. They seem to just find an empty nest, go in there, dump their honey, and then fly out again. So I think these two probably do have homes. Yeah, that one does. But yes, I want to get another one. 2, 3, 4. I do actually need 5 more to fill this bee barn to full capacity. and I am working on that. But these are actually quite hard to find. I guess I could just farm them, but yeah, it's quite nice to find them in the wild. And yeah, I thought I'd just provide a little update. They are producing quite well, actually. So I've not been focusing too much on the honeycomb, but definitely the honey bottles, and I've saved up a few as well. So yeah, they're doing quite well, I think. Oh my goodness, there we go. Lots of bees. Ah, I love them. They're so adorable. A beeable. Beautiful. Oh, the bee puns. And here is the build we've just finished. It is the Boat Haus. Yes, without an E on the end. But yeah, this is the Boat Haus. I'm really proud of it too. And you're probably wondering what it's for. Well, it's for the villagers, the villager breeder. So up there, we're going to have a rail that's going to go all the way across the farm. But this little design I threw together, it's got a little bit of redstone attached to it as well, which is really cool. So basically we bring the villagers in via boat, and then we flip this lever and it makes it all nice and dry for us. And then we can bop the villager out of the boat and guide him over to this way. I actually need to add a lamp there. It's a little bit dark in here. But basically Mr. Villager comes toddling in here. Hopefully he plonks his bits in the minecart that will be right here, and then we can just plonk him on his way all the way up, and he will come out of that top bit up there, and then go on his merry way all the way over to the villager breeder. Well, at least that's the science. Whether it works or not, I have no idea. But yeah, this was the best way I could think of transporting our villagers from sea to land. It went through quite a few different iterations as well, and quite a few of them were towers, funnily enough. But I didn't like them. They weren't very nice, and I eventually came up with this one with a little hut attached to it. Added the little boat thing, little mechanism to go into dry dock, and yeah, we'll have to see how well it works. But it does fit into the landscape nicely, which was another thing that I really, really wanted it to do. And it does that beautifully. So here we are, the Boat Haus. And with that, the sun is going down. And I'm afraid this is all I've got time for on this episode. It's been a very buildy episode. I very much enjoyed it. It's been very nice to just get down and get some blocks down. And I always find it fascinating while watching the replay mod stuff. Watching it being built. It's quite satisfying. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. The next episode will be focusing more on the villagers, hopefully, and we'll be able to start getting them settled and getting that area built up as well. We started that quite a few episodes ago now, but we went exploring in the Nether. That was fun. But yeah, we're gonna sign off for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.